Good morning, and welcome back to the Sean Cross channel. Currently, it's 5:20 a.m. on the 13th of July, and we're pretty well into the month now. I'm excited to be getting my indie merch order for both Crown Magnetar, my pre-order items for that, and a flagon CD for Viscerous Carcinogenesis later today. And I will be doing an unboxing of sorts once that is delivered. But we just did a front to back session for Gangrenous Flesh Consumption and their new album, Vile Ingurgitation of Suppurated Limbs, now out, I think, through Inherited Suffering Records, which we're pretty familiar with that label by now. We've hosted at least a couple artists from that collective, deep, underground, heavy fucking counterculture music label. Also a distributor very similar to Reality Fade Records. But now we're going to jump a little bit more into the forefront of underground, heavy counterculture music with a band called Wretched Tongues. It has been way too long since we took the time, checked out even music videos, let alone music from this band, with Goty being the new frontman, this being their first effort with him. This is a 4-track EP called Torment, featuring Adam on Earth and Jake Wolf of Reflections. So, if you would be so kind, please consider checking out the Crosscore Patreon, which hosts any and all reactions and front-to-back sessions so far that are, at first, or indefinitely, copyright blocked by the respective labels according to the band. But I also have every intention to be doing behind-the-scenes, Blind Without Our Failures content. I will be doing my best to provide daily updates when it comes to the Anatomy Crosscast and the bands that we happen to be hosting or plan to be hosting in the near future. So basically, as I get sessions booked, you guys will be knowing day by day what bands I'm going to be hosting within the next week or two. That should be really fun. And I think it's also just fun for the sake of consistency and like real time to be providing you guys updates. That way you guys know early on when the next band is jumping on the Anatomy Crosscast. So that's for the Anatomy Crosscast. We got Blind Without Our Failures, of course, but also we have 2 other channels that I'm planning to get kickstarted here in the near future, that being Dark Matter Investigations. That will be a supernatural / ghost hunting YouTube channel, because I've always wanted to do that, and now, and until further notice, being that I have a vehicle to do such things, and also it will be more or less feeling into future Blind Without Our Failures material. Yes, that is true, because I want to write as much music as possible from personal and real life experiences. We will be doing as much of that as possible. I just got to see if I'm keeping my car or not. And then after that, we have TSK, which is the first ever major creative endeavor that I wanted to do through YouTube. I'm bringing that back, and that will all be under the umbrella of Sean Cross, because those are all going to be Sean Cross creations, more or less, with the associates and collaborators involved mentioned, of course, but all mostly under Sean Cross Creations, legally speaking. So if you want to, please consider providing a backbone, providing a spine financially for all those 3 creative avenues for only $3 a month. That's what those $3 are for. And being that we are now at 812 subscribers, at least on Sean Cross, 812 times 3, well, let's check out the math behind that, shall we? If I manage to get, per se, if I manage to get 812 of you subscribers, or 812 of you over in Sean Cross to subscribe, that would be 2,436, and that's not even mentioning the money that I might be making in the near future off of non-copyrighted content through Sean Cross, through YouTube. So it would be nice to start making money, more or less, 2,436 a month. That would be insane. So if you aren't interested in providing me a financial backbone for my creative mediums, which is completely understandable, you can go ahead and go follow my playlist on Spotify, the first one being Asahi Enomichi, Path to the Rising Sun. This one's a really fun playlist. I started it back in 2021, April of 2021. So actually around the same time that we started the Anatomy Crosscast, which is insane. This is a time capsule of every anime that I have watched up to this point, as I am authentically and more seriously investing into learning Japanese for future Blind Without Our Failures related endeavors, as well as just appreciating the culture. And wanting to learn another language, which I'm doing right now through Duolingo. I'm at 192 or 93 days now with Duolingo, just doing a lesson a day, which if you want to, definitely go ahead and go check out Duolingo. It's really fun. It's so very easy. And especially if someone like me, doing as much as I do, whether working or doing the YouTube channel, is doing Duolingo and doing a lesson a day, learning how to speak the language more and more every day, I think it's easy to say that other people participating, having the opportunity to learn another language, it's pretty simple. So definitely consider checking out Duolingo. I'm not sponsored or anything, but it's always great to expand your mind, challenge your mind a bit, and possibly learn a new language. And of course, Japanese isn't the only option. You got Spanish, Russian, German, every single language on the planet. Do a lesson a day, build up that day streak, and start learning a new language. Like I know I was very, very excited to start doing that, and now I'm at 192 days. But if not Asahi Enomichi, we have Ignite the Church, which is for all relevant, or at least what I feel are relevant, black and death metal / deathcore artists in the scene, with the newest addition to this playlist being Heirs of Humanity's Testimony, featuring our fellow friends in the Ignite the Church scene, that being Devin Duarte of Worm Shepherd, Derek Connolly of Nithful, and then Dylan James Hare of Dead Awake, which is not exactly an Ignite the Church band, but still, it's dope to know that this album, this newest album to the playlist, features an artist, and every vocalist has been featured on the Anatomy Crosscast. That's what I'm trying to get to. And if not Ignite the Church, we recently did Chapter 19 Shadows. This is an 18 album playlist for my top 18 albums of one of my favorite years musically of all time, with this year, 4 years later, 4 cycles later, really, being a full circle for all of these various bands, or at least most of the various bands featured on this playlist. But be sure to go check that out. Go check out Chapter 22, Trials and Error. This is my top 10 and 4 or 5 honorary mentions from last year. And then we have TAC's Greatest Hits, which is a playlist for every episode of the podcast that we've done so far, with the only exception being Mr. Sean of Vulgar X. We weren't able to get his music featured on the playlist, and there are a couple others I know for sure. But thank you for your time so far with me and my blurry face. Come on, camera. I know you can do it. Anyways, this has been Sean Cross. This is going to be a front to back session for Wretched Tongue's Torment EP. Let's go. I smile at the dead. Let's go. God damn. No, this EP is insane. What the fuck? Right off the bat. Cody's such a good vocalist. That's his name, right? I gotta look this up. I feel stupid. I definitely should check out the music videos for these songs if I can. This is insane. Alright, let's... so dark. It'll get bright in a second, don't worry. I was right though. His name is Goty Garcia. That's definitely Adam. Now that was insane. Goty was such a good pick for their new vocalist. Alright, it's gonna get dark again. I actually kind of like that, though. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, this is Alpha Omega. God damn. Oh. Okay. God damn. This is so good. Oh my god, Goty. Dude, calm down. Save some heavy for the rest of us, boy. What an EP. Alright. No, we're not doing anything. Alright, holy shit. That was the new 4-track EP Torment by Wretched Tongues. Their first EP featuring Goty Garcia, their new vocalist. Also of, let's see, the Triceratops Experiment and a couple other bands. Yeah. And he, if I remember correctly, Goty Garcia is also, he's been doing a lot of memes. He's had a profound presence on TikTok. It's insane. He's really consistent, and he's a dad. He seems to be a really awesome dad too. But let's go ahead and get into the front to back part, the review. So, lyrically speaking, we have no idea what's going on lyrically with the Torment EP. We'll leave that neutral. Holy shit, vocally speaking, I think Goty Garcia has been working so hard at his art, and it really shows. He is such a good vocalist. And of course, the other two vocalists, that being Adam from Oshiato on Spotify, his artist name is Adam on Earth, and then Jake Wolf of Reflections, they both did fantastically as well. So I'll go ahead and give the vocal rating simply a 10 out of 10. There was so much that I loved that Goty and the other two vocalists provided for this EP, and I cannot wait to see what a full-length album looks like with freaking Goty on it. That was insane. Musically speaking, genre-radically speaking, this album, this EP, like, it actually preceded all of my expectations. This album, this EP was so fucking good, dude. So good. Let's see. And genre-radically speaking, I could not have the band on mine, but like just how almost genty this EP was, how consistent and fast it was, whilst also being very intelligently written. It was consistent. It kept you on your feet. I loved it. The mixing and mastering was incredible too. So shout out to everybody who like really just wrote this EP. This was incredible. Fat freaking 20 out of 10, dude. I think one of the best EPs I've ever heard in a long time. And this is only an appetizer. Like, what the fuck? Let's see. Album cover was really good. I think I'm seeing an AI album cover. I think that's the only thing I'm not liking about it, is the fact that it's AI, or it looks like it could be AI. If it's not, then I stand corrected and put me on a frickin' pyre to burn. But it kind of looks like it might be AI. So that's, I think, the only thing I'm not vibing with. Other than that, it looks great. It looks simple. It looks clean. So there's that. And overall thoughts for my first major listen to Wretched Tongues, being that I have not listened to their previous album, Alter Prefinitum, with their last vocalist, I think. And this one was released, I think, through Vicious Instinct Records. If not Inherited Suffering, if not, there's another label that I'm just not thinking of right now. I still need to listen to that album, but we don't really have the time for that this morning, unfortunately. So, this has been Sean Cross doing another Front to Back session here on the Sean Cross channel, with 10 minutes to go to record at least a one-song reaction. And just like the Great Eternal Music Machine, let's keep cranking, and we'll see you guys later.